with that set up, I've taken one light skim, just enough to sort of take the paint off, and we've ended up with that. So obviously our tube wasn't round as would have been expected, but that's brought it sort of within an acceptable limit, I think, for what we're trying to do here. I would have liked to have re-established that tailstock centre there, but it's badly damaged, and the original shaft material is too hard. I haven't got a carbide centre drill, so that's another one on my shopping list for future use. So now we've got that started, I'll do a bit of measuring and see what we've got to take off it. Just gonna get an initial measurement there. 859, so I'm going to go down to 750. As I thought, it really is tailstock support. Straight down the top. Looks worse than it is. I want to finish this with a bit of emery. This one. I'll put some power feed on. Just about 1,800, so 50 thou to go. Spot on. Beautiful. I don't know what it is with turning, but the Colchester in the other in the workshop is metric, and although I've got DRO on it, you still tend to use the hand wheels, and the hand wheels are obviously in metric, but I find it much easier to do turning in imperial, taking thous off. I can kind of keep track of it better. Let's see what that fits like. Close, I think, with a bit of a polish. Oh, probably making it a little bit too tight, to be honest. So I've left about 3 thou extra material on there. Give it a polish, see what we'll get. That's nice, and it's feathered in nicely to that shoulder. Still 2,000 a few tenths under 750. That's it. That'll do it. Yeah, it's took out quite a lot of the play there. Right, I've set this back up in the V block as I did when I was measuring where the position of it was. That's set to our original dimension of the old part, I think of 207 thou from that edge. No, it isn't. Back that off again. Set to the new part. Which is around about there. Yep, so that's at 207 thou there. Now, how much difference does it make? That's the question. There's the new Kickstart pawl assembled. I'll just lift that up a fraction. The new Kickstart pawl assembled in place with a drill bit as a temporary stop. So that's where it's going to land, if you like, with the pinning. Now the danger is with, you don't want it too far round that way because you'll lose swing on the Kickstart. So looking at that side, if I'm further, if I put my slot, let's get this in the picture, further that way round, the Kickstart goes back. The Kickstart ends up back there. So the more I move that way, the slot ends up further round that way. Now, question is, what we got a difference? 40 thou a millimetre. So it's going to make a difference of what? That much? Little bit of movement there. I mean, that's probably 3 mil there. And in terms of the Kickstart position, not a great deal. So the conclusion is, I think, provided I'm in the ballpark, I think we're fine with sort of 40 thou difference if need be. It would be more vertical to go to the position of the new Kickstart 156. You know, I think I'm going to leave it at that, the 207, because that's where I measured that to, and it's not going to make a massive difference, that isn't, in the Kickstart position. Yeah, that's it, that's the decision. So if I'd got some kind of drawing or something to work to, then I could do that. So next problem, slot width. That is, well, the strange sort of finish. It's sort of steep sided there and tapered away there. Now the basic width looks to be around about 5/16. So if I do a 5/16 slot, and then if I have to, I can come in with a ball nose cutter and put a little radius in there. But what we've got to remember is the strength of the Kickstart is still in our original shaft anyway. This is a sleeve to step it up, so it'll help to support it, but it's not going to affect it. So that's where it's going to sit on the milling table, and if I leave that clamped like that and then set the milling some shimmed material under there and clamp it down, if I can get it just inside there, then everything should be supported fine, and clamp that down as well. So while it's on the surface table, I've just set it up so that the two heights are the same. I've got a piece of 3 thou shim steel under there, and once everything's pressed down on this other V block, everything's right. So we'll set that up in the mill after I go and eat my my sandwich, because I've just been called for dinner in a moment. Okay, I've transferred the setup to the mill, and I'm just going to tram in the face of the V block. The part should be sitting square in the V block. I just need to move that along and get that one trammed in. So we're falling that way. Apologies for the strimmer sound in the background there. That's the neighbours strimming the jungle. It's been raining a lot here, and I only got the first chance to mow the grass yesterday. That's within a thou there. I'll leave it at that. Clamp it down. Move that better. Now, I'm happy at that. That'll be okay for what this is. Okay, set up the milling cutter. So the next question is, where do we need to be with the slot? On this one here, when that's on, the slot alignment is, this is just sort of on the edge of, with the pins, the shaft sticking through the kickstart, just to sort of the edge there, that top edge. You see that? So providing we're not too close to the casing with the kickstart that it doesn't clear the casing, I think we'll be fine. This one, how that's set up now, it's just again on the edge of there. So I think for alignment purposes, if I go like that, and get that kind of coming down in the middle of there, put that on hand wheel. wind that down there. And simply eyeballing that, I think that should be fine. The kickstart will be well engaged onto the shaft, and the slot will be in the middle where the kickstart cotter pin goes through. So we're aiming for 180-ish on the depth of cut. We should, so just before 180 now, we should start to be hitting our slot on the underside of the tubing, the sleeve. No, I didn't think it looked right. I know where I've gone wrong. I was on inches, on millimetres. Hey ho, it happens. Right. Try again. So we're currently on about 80th out of the cut. Now we can start to see where we're ending up. We're coming through. Looks like bang on target. Not looking too bad at all, that. $375. 38, this is 375. A pin is 375. Well, 373 if you squeeze a bit. And the question is, do I give it a little bit of clearance, or do I go at that? You know what, I'm going to leave it at that, and if I need to dress it, put a slight angle on it, I'll do that with a file carefully. It's not really trying to tilt the head over and all that sort of caper, just to get a couple of sloping sides. So yeah, I'll take it out at that. That's it. Another little job completed. I've got the two parts here. There's our pattern shaft and reworked new shaft together. So we've got the right outside diameter now. I've machined down, as you saw, just down to the surface of the old shaft underneath there, so it's left some little bits of damage that are on the original old shaft, but the location of the cotter pins sort of enhanced by the extra material on there. It's just skimmed off to the end of the shaft. It's fitting our cover nicely, going up to the stop where it should be, and then when our kickstart shaft's on, in that way the cotter pin, there we have it. I've just got to press the needle roller into there to finish this off, but that's the cotter pin. It's starting to go in. It probably needs a little bit of filing down. Some of them do. I don't want to take any more off the shaft. Once you start tapping that cotter pin in, it's surprising how much it'll go in and really clamp the arm, the kickstart lever onto there. So yeah, that's looking good. There we go. There's a cotter. And there is our new shaft, new shaft compared to the old shaft. Just by hand there, as I said I would do, I've just filed away a little bit of the shape to give it that little slope there on that side, so it matches into the other one. That's it, apart from pressing that needle roller in, which I'll do in a moment. Another one done, as they say. So as ever, thank you for watching, thank you for subscribing, and I'll see you on the next episode. Bye for now.